Hi there! Welcome to On-Click Closet. Today we are going to do a scarf with a tie, following the creation of a shirt and single pleat pants in Style3D Studio. Before we start, a little request to subscribe and hit the like button, because that motivates me to create more tutorials for the community. Okay, so let's get started. For this design, I am going to be using an AI image reference that I generated from Midjourney. And if you want to learn prompting images in Midjourney, then write in the comment and I'll record one for you. As always, we will import the reference picture as a sketch and place it in your desired location in both windows. Generally, I always start with the neck pattern. And to do that, I am going to add a rectangle. The shortcut is S. You can always change your shortcuts, but yeah, I am using the default ones. After adding the rectangle, we need to edit the shape of the rectangle. So I'm using Edit Curve Point to add the curve at the center back and the seams I want to have in the center front. To place your patterns, you can use Shortcut A to add arrangement points and place the pattern. As we can see in the reference image, the fabric is multi-layered and has different widths. So we need to add and duplicate the same piece, and as we duplicate the pattern, the next layer will have a little extra length. The green fabrics in the 3D window depict a number of layers, so the inner layer will be negative and the outer layers will be positive. By following the reference picture, we have to edit the width and length of different layers of rectangles. And at last one, We need to make it reverse because it has to be like a shirt collar. I am strengthening the pieces using shortcut H. So it looks quite stiff, and we can really see the pattern nicely. You can also hide the avatar in between just to see how it's going from the inside and sew the patterns more accurately. Now we have to add another piece of the rectangular pattern, which is like the stand of the shirt collar. Once we start to get the basic shape of the scarf, we can edit the points and adjust the width of each pattern. After the adjustment of the width, we have to smooth out the fold angles of each pattern, so we can select each sewing line and play with the fold angles and fold rendering in the property editor. The last adjustment is the shape of the last pattern of the collar, which is the most outside pattern. We also need to add a few more widths in the center to give it more fabric and a nice drape around the shoulder. And here we're with our scarf. Now we need to add the tie to our scarf. So let's call it a tie holder. For now, I am going to start with a little rectangular pattern and make a duplicate of it. One pattern needs to go behind the scarf, and the other will be at front. Here it might get a little tricky because the pattern is so small and it is colliding with a lot of fabric already. So to make it smooth, we need to hide the avatar first so we can see what's really going on the other side. Now that we see the collision, we need to make use of select mesh and some pins to bring it to the place where we want it. Another tip is to really lower the particle distance, like 2 or 4, which allows the fabric to go smoothly, and use strength to make it more slow to simulate. That gives a little more freedom to adjust the pattern. Now we can again look at our reference image and edit the shape accordingly. I am adding a lot of width to the last pattern to give it the look of a wrapped around scarf. Okay, so once we are happy with the shape, we can add ties by using a simple vertical rectangular pattern, and yeah. Now the further creation is going to be a time lapse of the process. I hope you enjoy it and learn something. Feel free to ask your question in the chat. I'll be quick to answer.